deep. Or did you just read that off the bottle?
I read that off the bottle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a little break from all the beers and the IPAs and the crazy and the wild and the... and we're going to head back into wine country.
Nice.
I don't actually know what part of wine country, but I know it's California.
It says... Well, go ahead. We'll get to it.
Okay, we'll get to that. We've got a California Pinot on this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage we are about today, as Andrew stated before, is a Pinot Noir from California, from Cloudbreak. This is their 2011 offering, and they are in Parlier?
Parlier,
P-A-R-L-I-E-R? Parlier, California. I have no idea where that is.
I don't either.
We should probably look at it up on the map here that you've posted of California.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Now I get it.
Oh, right. Okay, well,
All
that
right.
explains it. So it's a 12.5% alcohol, and you bought this for $7.99
I did. At
Total Wine. Because
Total
they
Wine,
kept bombarding you.
It was
with
kind of... I
exposure.
got it in the emails and walked in and they had, the ads for it in different displays. And then also, they'd thrown some staff pics at it. They'd done all that kind of stuff. So I was finally... They wore me down.
They wore it well.
And I do like Pinot Noir, so I'm always looking for that. I'm always a little hesitant. Pinot Noir under about $12. I'm always kind of like,
That's a tough one.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. No,
Personal
that's a tough
opinion.
one. That's true.
What I like, let's just say this, what I like in a Pinot Noir usually is not found for under, a Coppola, whatever that.
Ooh, under a Coppola.
Well,
That's a unit of monetary measure now.
It is a unit of measure.
Hey, how much you spent on that? About 3 or 4 Coppolas.
And you know what that is? It's about $13.
So
So I spent about $40 for
Yeah.
3 or 4 Coppolas.
How many Coppolas?
How many Coppolas? God, that's really funny. And now what's even better is since we mentioned Francis Ford Coppola, I was able to put a picture of The Godfather.
Oh, well, of course. Anytime we can have a
That
reference
always
there.
makes me happy.
Cork looks uncompromised.
Yeah, no. I don't know.
side
I don't
seepage?
know if I've ever opened a cork that was like really bad. Have you ever opened one that was
I've
like
seen some, but
okay, where
usually
you've had
because
like
I
seepage way up the side?
improperly stored it at my house like years ago before
Oh, okay.
I really knew what was going on. Okay.
Now the weird delay in the video there before was I was actually looking up where Parlier, where
We're giving it a sort of French pronunciation.
I looked up where it was, but Keith doesn't want to know as of yet.
I don't.
So
not yet.
Even though everyone has seen it on the picture,
I don't know.
he does not know. So I will tell him once we get to that point where he decides to have that knowledge.
Knowledge thrust upon me.
Yeah. Wow.
Thrust.
That's what they're known for in Parlier.
Knowledge thrust.
Knowledge thrusting.
Thrust your knowledge upon me.
It's their main export.
knowledge. Nice delicate red.
Yeah, more toward the red. I was kind of hoping for a little more purple, but I'm not
There's
getting
a
that.
little bit in there, but
It's more toward
more toward the red.
more
I
toward a
guess.
dark
Yeah.
raspberry kind of color.
Yeah.
But very nice. Very nice. Very purdy.
Always like these wine glasses. These are good.
These are actually Pinot Noir glasses. It's one of the few glasses I have that matches any style of wine that I have.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Subtle. Dense. Jammy.
Why walk when you can take a cab?
A bit of cherry. Blackberry, maybe?
Cherry, blackberry, a little raspberry. I'm getting in there because that's kind of the
little
sweet.
bit.
I think I'm getting there at the end.
Picking it up at the end, yeah.
Yeah. Really nice though. Seems like did we mention it's 12.5% alcohol, but I've seemed to get a little pop of that at the end
A
too.
little bit, yeah.
Not overwhelming, but there's a little bit of that where you kind of like
a little bit lifting it up there, yeah,
Yeah.
at the end. Yep.
Nice aroma though. Very very enticing.
Yes.
Kind of reminds me of the different style, obviously, but that Three Girls cab that we had, where it was kind of that fruit forward.
Oh yeah.
Kind of really jumped
Yeah.
at us.
That Three Girls, that was good.
It was. I really liked that. Don't know if it was quite a cab,
Yeah.
but it was very good wine though.
That way we got the Lodi reference, right?
Yeah, that's
okay.
right.
That's good. I'm going to quote Woody Boyd. I like it.
Wow, really?
I do.
Huh.
But it's not. It's not the classic California Pinot Noir to me. But it does. But I like it. I mean, I think it's got some nice fruit. I like a little bit of the. It's smooth actually. It's very. It doesn't have a. It's not very complex. It doesn't linger for a long time.
No, it's not complex at all.
But it's an easy drinking wine. I don't know if I would necessarily say, "Hey, that's a great Pinot Noir." I'd more along the line say, "Hey, I like this red wine.
I like this table wine."
Yeah. Well, yeah, I like this thin table wine, but it's still got some nice fruit to it, I think.
Yeah, there's some nice fruit. I'm getting a little
easy
more
drinking. It's a good. To me, it's an easier drinking dry red wine.
Yeah, it's kind of thin. I got on my first few sips. I got something very kind of minerally, like almost iodine-y, like kind of toward like oh, I cut myself and licked my blood, like that kind of like flavor. And I get it less the more sips I have, so it's probably like I just kind of get used to it. But the initial shock, I got a little bit of that. I think the fruit is nice. Unfortunately, it's less than what I got in the aroma.
Yeah,
so that's
less.
That's a little disappointing.
Yeah,
but yeah, it is pretty easy drinking. And it's not like I had huge expectations for $7.99.
Right.
But
I do get the mineral. I get some mineral in there too.
Okay.
I definitely get that. And yeah, I guess I said I like it, and I do. I wouldn't if somebody said, "Hey, I need a classic California Pinot." Or I need a really good Pinot. Would you recommend this?
No.
I would not recommend this. But if somebody said, I'm looking for something kind of, a little easier drinking, a little, this and that, it's to go with, some light hors d'oeuvres. There would be applications where I could recommend this, but I would probably say it with the caveat that it's like not one of, it wouldn't be like a go-to Pinot for me. But
the description on Total Wine's website, which may actually kind of say almost what you just said, was their last line is crowd pleasing.
Okay. So
because it could go
more universal appeal.
Right, universal appeal, which I could see. I want more body.
A little bit, but I don't expect a lot from Pinots. I'm okay if I don't get a lot of body out of a Pinot.
You get a little bit more, though. Like, there's some oiliness missing or something. It's almost like it's
maybe
like slightly watered
down
kind of flavor. There's something there. Yeah, more mouthfeel, I guess. I like that when you get that little bit of coating, but it's not necessarily dry.
As well, but it's not, But it finishes...
Yeah, I don't want it heavy.
Smooth.
Yes.
That's not dry, and it's not...
No, it feels like it's going to be. Like I initially got like, oh, that's gonna, and then it kind of, it's like almost like it relaxes or something like that. But and in that regard, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And like I said, the fruit is there. It's just less, so that's kind of always a little disappointing. I always miss it when it's like, ooh, I liked what was in the aroma. Oh man, I didn't get it. So that's a little disappointing. But for $7.99, that's not too bad.
Yeah. So what part of California is this from?
It's near Fresno.
Fresno. Okay. So that's more inland, I think.
Yeah, okay. At least when I just put in, the name of that city, it was pretty much almost middle California.
Okay.
Just outside, just a little more south of Fresno.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's not too bad.
Drove through that area. Actually.
They actually make this this same winery makes some other more upscale things too. So, like I said, maybe one of those might provide some of the flavors I'm looking for or whatever. So it's not bad. It's definitely not something I would shy away from, at least from this vintner in any way. But little kind of like meh. Yeah. It's meh. Yeah. Anything else to say about that there, Sam? Okay.
That's good.
All right. Well, head on over to the website, AboutBeverages.com, and check out the tasting notes for this California Pinot Noir, along with where it hits on our recommendation scale. And while you're there, definitely become a fan of us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to us on YouTube so you don't miss any of our videos, or you can even just subscribe to our emails as well, which you'll find out all the latest news and videos and information and all that kind of stuff that we got going on. Anything else?
I feel like, Teller. I feel like Teller right now. Not saying anything.
Yeah. But whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.